Hi, how are you today? This is Tammie with Impressors Extraordinaire, and I am going to do a project for you today that is showcasing a bundle from our new September through December mini catalog. And the set that I am showing you today is the Beary Cute bundle. Let me switch over to my hands and we'll get started. So I am using the colors, and I'm going to do a monotone, basically monotone card today with a little bit of gold thrown in. But I am using the Mossy Meadow cardstock, and with that I cut a piece that's a half sheet of a full sheet, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it at 4 1/4, and then I have cut a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4 of the basic white cardstock, and I also have a piece for the inside of the card, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have 2 scrap pieces of basic white, and those will be used for the bear and the Christmas tree that I'll put on the front of the card. And then I've got a piece that's 1 3/4 by 2 1/2, and that will be used for my sentiment on the front of my card. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set these things aside. I've already cut this with this is actually a set that's in the annual catalog, and I'm using the Aspen tree dies, and it coordinates with the Perched in a Tree stamp set, but I won't use the stamp set today. But I did put the two things together just to make them easy to find on my shelves. So I'm using this die to cut this piece here, which I've already done for you with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then this is the stamp set that I'm using. It's called Beary Cute, and I'll be using this bear, which coordinates with the punch, these 2 pieces for the tree, my Christmases Bethered Together for the front sentiment, and then the warm wishes on the inside of my card. And like I said, it's a bundle, so when you buy both pieces, if you buy the bundle, you save 10%. And so this punch coordinates with this bear. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and stamp the inside of the card first. I am using the coordinating Mossy Meadow ink. Try not to get it all over my hands. And come in with the Warm Wishes stamp and get it all inked up really well. And then toward the top of my cardstock, I'll stamp that and just let it sit on the cardstock for a bit just to soak in, and then pull it straight up. And then come in with the bear that's sitting, which is here, and get him inked up. And stamp him down at the bottom, or her, right like that, just to give it a little pizzazz. And then I'll set this aside, and then I'm going to come in with my piece for my sentiment on the front of the card, which is Christmases Better Together. Ink this stamp up really well, looks good. And then come in and do the same, let it sit for a bit, and then it likes to stick to the stamp, so just come down on the corner and pull that off your stamp. And I'll set that aside. And then I want to stamp my bear. So again, come in with the Mossy Meadow ink and my bear, and stamp him or her. You know what? He's a little close to the edge, so I think I'm going to turn this over and try to not get so close to the edge to give my punch plenty of room to punch her or him out. All right. And the last thing I want to stamp is my Christmas tree. So I'm going to do the outline first. So I'll take full strength ink stamp that. And then come in with a piece of scrap paper because I want to stamp off. Move that over there. And I'm just going to use half strength on the tree. So stamp off on a piece of scrap paper and then come back in with your stamp and then ink up your tree. Voila. And that's it for the stamping. So let's get this card put together. Close my ink up, put that thing aside, and just in the thought of saving time, I went ahead and fussy cut my tree. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'll use this tree. And let's go ahead and get our bear punched out. So come in with your cardstock and get the bear lined up in your punch. Takes a little bit of time, but get him lined up so that hopefully we don't cut off any of his body parts. Looks good. And voila, we have him. And let's come in and start putting things together. So to do your card, just fold it in half where you've scored it. And I like to use a bone folder to get a nice crisp burnish on the edge. I like to turn it around too because I like my cards to close nicely instead of flopping open too far. So I've got my cardstock here, and then I'm going to use the liquid glue to adhere this piece to the front of my card. It just allows me to put the glue exactly where I need it and not too much sticky. And put some in here so this sticks down really well. All right, so flip that over and then come in and center it on your cardstock on the front of your card. Just kind of line it up and give it a smoosh. And then I'm going to come in and, well, let's see, I think I'll go ahead and adhere my tree next. And I'm going to do the same thing with it regarding adhering it. I'm going to put some liquid glue on the middle of my tree. That way, if I just do the middle, it can kind of give it a little bit of dimension. I'm not sure if you can see that with the camera, but it's not completely adhered down to the front of the card. And then I want to come in with my bear, and I am going to use, let me scoot this stuff out of the way, some dimensionals for my bear. And he doesn't have a very thick head. I don't know if you could see me pointing, but anyway, he doesn't have a very broad head. So I'm going to tear one of the edge dimensionals and put that on his head so that it doesn't poke out from behind him, and get the dimensionals taken off there and stick him right up here so that, I've got a little bit of tackiness there, so that he's looking at the tree. He's really liking that tree. He loves Christmas. All right, and then we're almost done with the parts that I have stamped. I am going to come back in with my glue and stick this down about right here. That looks pretty good. And then on the inside, and you always want to pre-stamp your inside if you can, because if for some reason something happens and you don't like it, you don't have to worry about losing your whole card. and having to start from scratch. All right, get him stuck inside. Give her a smush. Okay, there's the inside of my card and the outside of my card. And now let's just go ahead and add that little bit of bling. I am going to use my Wink of Stella pen. I love Wink of Stella, it's a glitter pen. And I'm going to color on where I have stamped my tree with the branches. And it gives just a little bit of glimmer to your project. It's just so simple to use. I love it. All right, so a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of glitz. And then I'm going to come in with the 23 through 25 adhesive backed in color dots. And I think I'm gonna use the gold. So it's really wild wheat. But I'm gonna come in and put some on the tree. So let's see. And there are different tools that you can use for these dots. And today I'm choosing to use my paper snips, just because I love my paper snips. Sometimes they're a little hard to get some things up, so bear with me. Bear with me. Oh, that's funny. Let's see if I can get this little guy up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on. I want you. I want you in my life. All right. He's gonna be difficult. I think I finally got him. Ta-da! Yay! Let's see. Let's put another big one. All right. Over there. Over there. And how about a middle one, a middle-sized one? They come in 3 sizes for each color. And we'll put the middle one there. And here we go with the little one again. The little guy is a real troublemaker. All right, I think I got it. All right. There we go. So I've got my tree decorated, and then I'm going to come in with the adhesive back snowflakes, which are in the holiday catalog. And I'm going to use a big one. I move those off to the side. And I'm going to put it, come here, guy, right up. So he's kind of like the North Star. So I'll put him right up there. And that's my card for you today. I also have another one that I did earlier. I did it in the blue tones. So that's that one. And then here is this one. I hope you enjoyed my project today. I enjoyed bringing it to you, and I will see you in the next video. If you liked what you saw today and you'd like to get some of these products, then go ahead and head over to my website, tammierundle.stampinup.net. You can also find me on my Facebook page, Impressors Extraordinaire, and you can order your products that you would like to make your Christmas cards. Alrighty, you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.